Hello, viewers. Hope the new year has been kind and easy on you. Today, I wanted to share with you about a new project I started last month. Those who have watched my past videos may easily have guessed that I have an affinity for stationary equipment. Well, this is a project where that affinity meets a particular passion of mine, which is cinema. I have for some time now tinkered with the idea of starting a journal to catalog the movies that I come across. Even more so because honestly, I struggle to recall certain details about even the most excellent movies that I have watched and occasions associated with them, especially those I happen to watch at a film festival. I finally found myself decisively nudged to start this journal when I was presented with this New Year gift by a dear colleague, Dr. Rajrupa Sinha Roy. Thank you so much, really. Now, she had already pasted this sticker, a sort of cover underneath the cover. And I knew instantly that this journal was destined to set me on the path of cataloging my cinematic consumptions. Alongside this, she also made me this cute bookmarks with some vintage looking movie ticket designs. Now, before I delve into the stuff inside, let me take a moment to appreciate the cover art. This journal comes from a brand called Matrikas, which is based in Kolkata, and this particular product is described as the Worldly Journal B on their website. The B here stands for one of the four variants of this journal offered by Matrikas, which feature worldly paintings on their cover. You may also see that there are certain depictions on the back side as well. Now, these are reproductions of the indigenous form of art nurtured among the members of the Worldly tribe who reside in the northern parts of the Western Ghats mountain range in India, mostly along the border districts of the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat. The depictions in the paintings celebrate the traditional life and culture of the tribe and their ceremonies such as weddings and harvest. The latter seems to be the case in this particular painting. A peculiar characteristic of this art form is that it uses circles, triangles, and squares to express its themes, and it has grown out of drawings originally made by the women of the tribe inside huts with rice paste and water. Alright, time for a little tour inside. A little on the scheme that I have followed for the cataloging. Of course, beginning with the date on which I have watched the particular movie here on the top right, the first thing that I'm looking for after watching the film is an appropriate poster to archive. This can get tricky because you may be spoiled for choice to pick from the many alternatives that you may easily find over search engine results. And many of your preferences may change between the time when you are about to watch the movie and after you have already watched it. For example, I was in a quite, a dilemma to pick the poster for this particular one. The initial instinct I had was to pick a poster that depicts the main characters in the story. But this poster right here for the Japanese movie A Man features a very telling shot from the conclusive parts of the film, which was so emblematic of the entire story for me. It is a sort of reframing of the painting within, considered to be a portrait of the poet Edward James, made by the Belgian surrealist René Magritte, titled Not to be Reproduced. Now, alongside the poster, I am also putting in very basic information regarding the movie, such as the production company involved, the director's name, the primary language of the film. So the first movie I properly watched this year was Merry Christmas, and it's still the only movie I have watched in a theater so far this year. The film was made in Hindi and Tamil. I have underlined Hindi here as I watched it in Hindi. I also thought of making these stickers, this one for the logo of the multiplex where I watched it, and thought it might be fun to attach a copy of the ticket as well. A shout out to MovieGo for offering a free pass for the film that week. Now, I wanted to watch this one at the Japanese Film Festival screenings in Kolkata mid-January, but I was too busy, unfortunately, to make time for visiting the theater. Was fortunate enough, though, to be able to download it for my personal collection to watch at home. Thought this Home Sweet Home sticker would be fun for my home screenings. Also, I have deployed a Plex server running 24/7 on a Raspberry Pi 4 for some time now, which has made it so convenient to watch my downloaded content synced across devices on my home network. Now, this one was a casual, fun watch that my wife had suggested we should watch together, and together we did. This movie was, of course, an Amazon original released exclusively on Prime Video, and the posters that I found for this were comparatively quite minimalist than movies released theatrically. This one is like Takeshi's Castle with weapons. Trust the Japanese to make dark stories featuring school children. Released in 2000, this has to be one of the earliest, if not the earliest, movies to feature dystopian games. My wife and I have noted the generic similarities this one has to later productions such as The Hunger Games, The Condemned, and more recently, Squid Game. Aubrey Plaza. We watched it for her. She can be scary funny. Only she wasn't aiming for the funny part in this particular movie. There's a certain terror she can bring out in the audience even while acting vulnerable, and it definitely comes in handy in her performance here. She portrays a character with a criminal record who slips into recidivism because the formal economy has unsympathetically constructed her one-time felony into a legal disability to pursue honest work. The beauty about her performance is how seamlessly she stitches together the picture of a woman with that being of someone who can become most violent when most threatened. Again, by this particular poster I found representing credit card fraud as the main con played out through the storyline. Most other posters I found featured shots of Aubrey Plaza from the movie. And finally, this one. Another movie which was screened at the Japanese Film Festival that I was unable to watch at the theater. In fact, my wife had wanted to catch it ever since we came to know about its listing in the Kolkata International Film Festival last December. Glad we were able to watch it together at home. Best of the lot that I have watched so far this year. A very sensitive portrayal of two adolescent schoolboys coming to terms with their mutual attraction, reclaiming their realities from the confusions arising in the course of understanding their experiences through inadequate hegemonic constructions of masculinity. A moment of appreciation for the late Ruichi Sakamoto, the legendary composer who scored the background music for this movie. The score was so touching that, in fact, both my wife and I had fallen asleep halfway through the film. So that's it from me now. I welcome your suggestions how to improve my cataloging going forward. Thank you for watching. See you soon with another video.